Yo, come on United, let's fucking smash up the Scouse scum. How's it going everyone? It's Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little video for you for the preview in the game. We're going to talk about the Liverpool United game obviously tonight at 8 o'clock, and we're going to cover the day's United news also, so we're going to get into it. Fucking come on United! How are we all doing today? Hope you're all good. Thank you for joining us. Shout out all the legends in the chat. Chrissy J, we got Leah Rose, we got Big Girl Bob, Brummy Reds, Flabby, Leah, Reese Brown, G Wolf United, Spotted, King Kenny, Hydra Zoda, AFL Biney, Scouser on the Wirral, Javi, and a whole bunch of legends in there. Thank you very much everyone for getting in. Do us a favour at the start of this preview, smash that like button on the video if you haven't done so, drop a cheeky little like on it, you know it makes sense. Also, give it a share around on social media if you're that way inclined. If you want to help out the stream, help out the channel, give it a share on social media or somewhere. Appreciate it, nice one. Let's get into it then, my friends. It's United versus Liverpool tonight, away from home. A huge crunch game for both teams. Jurgen Klopp's bunch of merry Scousers are looking to challenge City for the title all the way, of course. United can piss all over their Scouse strawberries tonight by taking some points off of them, whether it be beating them, if we can somehow manage to do that, not looking too likely right now, or if we can get a draw and just take a couple of points off them. It would be nice to kick the Scousers in the spuds, figuratively speaking, for their chances of winning the title, wouldn't it? Fuck yeah, it would. Also, United are in the position where we're looking at trying to actually get into top four. We're still in with a small chance. Of course, it's not quite in our hands, but Spurs are a bunch of bottle merchants. They probably will bottle it between now and the end of the season again. Arsenal are a bunch of fucking bottlers. We still got to play them as well. So for those reasons, we still got an outside chance. But if we're going to actually seriously have a chance of doing it, then getting a result against Liverpool is part of that. I personally still think even if we lose against Liverpool, if we won all the other games we've got left, there's actually a good chance still that we get top four because the other teams, as I said, aforementioned bottle jobs. So there's a good chance of that, happening. But would United be able to go on that sort of a run? That is the big question. I want to say, hey, everyone, thank you for getting in. Hydra Zoda as well. Kate Cadet, Paul, Dean, JRB, all a whole bunch of legends. We're going to have a big Q&A at the end. It is a fully interactive show, so we're going to hop in and out of the live chat throughout as we go along. But yeah, as I say, smash that like at the start of the stream. Do have your safe route. We will be ducking in and out the comment section. But let's just get straight into it, guys. Let's get straight into the preview for the game. So, of course, guys, there's very, very sad news last night that came out in regards to Cristiano Ronaldo losing his new baby son. Let's all get some serious love hearts in the live chat for the Portuguese legend that is Cristiano Ronaldo and his wife Georgina, who are obviously going for a very tough time at the moment. And Manchester United have confirmed that Cristiano Ronaldo will be absent for the Liverpool game tonight. So, shit the bed. I mean, listen, I know, look, obviously, football's secondary at this stage and all the blessings and thoughts in the world with Cristiano Ronaldo's family right now. But obviously, yeah, this is not good for us because Ronaldo's such a Don player for us. He showed that again against Norwich, what he's capable of doing, and against Spurs recently too. He can win you games. He could be the type of player that could have won us this game. So, but obviously with what's gone on, he's been given compassionate leave, rightfully so. Obviously, he's not in the right place mentally. He's got to support his family. He's got to be there with his family. So once again, thoughts with his family. But for United, it's a big loss because he's just such a match winner for us. So we're going to have to go about this game tonight with no Cristiano Ronaldo. Manchester United have confirmed that. And of course, it's tragic news. And he posted on social media, etc., all about it. And Manchester United have confirmed that he will not be playing, right? Which just goes to add to the list of players at United that are not currently available still. So still Mason Greenwood is out for, those reasons. Luke Shaw is out at the moment in time. At this moment in time, he's doubtful as well for leg issues. Edinson Cavani has got calf issues. Fred has got a hip issue. Scotty McTominay's got a foot issue. And Rafael Varane's got some sort of knock. He might still be sort of in and around it, maybe. To feature, but probably doubtful. So there's a lot of players out there for Manchester United. We've got an absolute skeleton squad at the moment. No Cristiano up top. A lot of the key players missing, such as Rafael Varane at the back as well. It's not looking too good, is it, guys? I mean, it's gone from a gash difficult game against one of the best teams in the world, in all fairness to them. Hate to say it, but right now, Kloppy's Liverpool are a good force. And they're very difficult to beat at the best of times, let alone when you've got your key men out, or some of your key men out, in particular Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the GOAT for us and who could actually maybe produce one of those magic performances that wins you a game like this. So, yeah, it's not looking good, guys. We've got big injury concerns. Are we going to see some youngsters come into the side? Are we going to see other players, manage to grow to this game and perform like it is a Man United versus Liverpool derby, and they can step up and give it the full passion, full fire, and maybe somehow squeeze a result out of this game? We shall see. But in terms of who's available and stuff, there are certain players pictured arriving at Carrington this morning. De Gea, Henderson, Grant, Dalot, Jones, Maguire, Varane, Lindelof, Telles, Shaw, Matic, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Marcus Rashford, Edinson Cavani, Shola Shoretore. So these are players that have been pictured arriving, this morning for training, showing up. So, this is likely that a lot of this pool of players are going to be available for selection. There's a lot of players that are not available, as we just mentioned. So that's gash news from United's point of view. We've got a lot of players out. Let's have a look at my predicted starting lineup. Then we're going to get into predictions and stuff in a moment. We're going to get into what Rangnick said also. But this is just my predicted starting 11 for tonight based on what's going on and who's available and who's out. And this may be completely different to what is actually out there, because there's a lot of talk about what sort of formation will Ralph Rangnick maybe put out there. We've seen in these sorts of games, Ollie, if this was an Ollie game, if Ollie was managing this team right now, with what's going on, with trying to desperately get a point and just trying not to get battered, he probably would go with some sort of free at the back system or something like that. Just sit deep, counter-attack, make it real low block, horrible sort of gash game of football. That's probably what would happen, but I'm not too sure if Ralph Rangnick's going to do that. I think he's going to stick with what he's been doing, but just approach it in a slightly different way. Maybe sit back deep with that emphasis of counter-attacking and that sort of thing. So I've gone with this, guys. I've gone with this. Let's get rid of that. So we've got Davide De Gea starts in goal. We've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I put Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming back in there just because, well, Dalot I think is very good going forward. But is he as solid as Wan-Bissaka defensively? I don't think so. Then again, Wan-Bissaka was shite in the last game he played where he made a big mistake. But still, Aaron Wan-Bissaka I think defensively makes a bit of sense to come into this game. Lindelof and Maguire, I think he will go with them, just simply because that's what he likes to do. It's an absolute duo of gashness. It's a combination of mediocrity, and it stinks the gaff up. But that's probably what he's going to go for. There is Bailly, there is Jones, there is these players that are still available. They don't seem to get a look in under Rangnick. So I think he's going to go with Maguire and Lindo. Maguire has been talking ahead of the game, giving it the old Billy Big Bollocks, saying that, we're going to have to turn up, we'll fight, we'll do everything we can, all the rest of it. Yada, yada, yada. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Do your talking on the pitch slabhead. That's what we want to see. So Telles is coming in at left back. I believe Shaw's out. He's more likely to start, obviously, Telles. In the centre of the midfield, based on sort of who's available right now, I think it'll be Matic and Pogba. There is a slight possibility McTominay might be fit enough to feature, but he's still got an issue. Rashford over on the left-hand side. He could equally play up striker. I've just gone with Elanga at striker just because Rashford's shit at striker. He's also been shit at left wing for us this season, but hey. So we put him in there. Elanga, Rashford, and then Sancho and Bruno. That's basically it. I think that's what Rangnick's going to go for. If it was me selecting the team, I would make a couple of changes right now. I'd maybe allow for, a youngster coming in the midfield there, or just somebody else. If you look at what Pogba's doing and what he's done, he's leaving the club more than likely at the end of the season. So I wouldn't really waste time with him. Plus, he's just massively overrated and overhyped and doesn't perform for us, really. So I'll probably get rid of him out the side and maybe, I don't know, fucking start anybody else. There you go, anybody else. One of these youngsters we've discussed, whether it be a sort of Meshby type or looking, Garnacho the other day we were talking about, or looking, Jesse Lingard. He's a good young up-and-coming prospect. But Jesse, actually, he could be looking for this team as well. You saw Rangnick go to him the other day, one of the more senior players. He had a good performance, I thought, Jesse. He did all right, man. He worked hard for the team. He didn't really look like a player that was leaving. So he could be coming in and featuring in this team. But this is my prediction, guys. What do you guys think? Get your team predictions in the live chat. Let's be having you. Let's see what you legends are saying then. Get your thoughts and opinions in about who you think's going to come in. Maybe he might surprise us. And actually, you might see one of these younger players pop in the team, man. Shoretore, or just, I don't know, who knows? He might just surprise us. So let us know what you think he's going to do. Mount says it'll be like playing with 10 men on the pitch with Rashford. Sean Nettleton says Pogba is gash man. Diaz is going to destroy our defence, says JR. Fair enough. Diaz is very, very good, man. I mean, I was looking at his statistics, though, before this. And yes, although, he has been very impressive, and I think he's a very, very good talented player as well. Absolutely, I do. But just in terms of, his actual assists and goals, I think he's had, 16 appearances. He's got, a few goals and a couple of assists. I mean, it's not really that mesmerising, mate. But he is a very good talent, yeah. He's a very, very good talent, and he's going to cause us issues. They're all going to cause us issues. So that's my predicted lineup. In terms of Liverpool and what they might sort of come out with, it's going to be the usual sort of, more than likely you'll see Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, maybe Davies might come in next. Thiago's been a bit injury gashed up. Salah, Firmino, Mane, or possibly Luis Diaz, probably Luis Diaz. So it's just, yeah, they've got a lot of options. They've got a lot of great players that they can choose from. I'm not too sure if one of the two of those might be out, not fit, but, they've got a lot of great players that they can choose from there. They're the best team in the league statistically right now as well. Hey, over 127 legends in there. Thank you so much for joining and getting in here, you absolute bloody legends. Oh, shit, Micah, I missed your super chat. What the fudge, mate? How have I gone and done that? Sorry, dude. Let's go and have a look. Are you sure, mate? I can't see it. Let me go and find it. But anyway, let me see. I have to go to the actual super chat page. Right, so, in terms of the form and who's the best team in the league right now, Liverpool are top of the form guide. They're literally sat in first place in Premier League in terms of Premier League form. They've got this is their form right here. So they are first. They've got 5 wins and 1 draw out of the last 6 games in the Premier League. The last draw was against Manchester City. They've got the 6th best form in the league, which is quite telling, by the way. But Liverpool, before that, smashed up Watford 2-0. They beat Arsenal 2-0. They smashed up Brighton 2-0. They beat West Ham 1-0. They smashed Leeds 6-0. And so they're the informed team in the league. They have had a couple of big fixtures recently. Klopp's had them in the FA Cup as well, got them through. But they've had to sort of battle on a couple of different fronts as well. They had that game against City, of course, where they drew and expended a bit of energy. Then again, United just had a game literally a couple of days ago. Literally a couple of days ago, we've had a game. So I don't think it helps us much either, in all fairness, just looking into it. By the way, thank you so much to all you legends getting in. We have got a super chat from Mikey. Sorry, I missed that, bud. He says, worrying, but hopefully we can dent title hopes. Come on, Mikey. Can we please get a love heart in the live chat there for Mikey? Thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully we can dent their title hopes. That's it. If we get a point even, if we draw the game, then that's going to pretty much condemn them to second place, I think, in the league. Obviously, it's up to City to still get over the line and not shit the bed. And we do want, out of the two of them, the lesser of two evils, we do want City to win the title out of the two of them. Not want City to win the title, but you know what I mean? Like, of course, at the moment, we've got the 20 league titles. Liverpool always giving it a big bollocks about having the Champions Leagues and stuff. We don't want them to go level, We don't want them to get to the point where they could beat it as well, that record. So, fuck the Scousers. Let's hope that, obviously, they do drop points tonight against Manchester United. But from Man United's point of view as well, for our top 4 race, for our top 4 hopes, like, we should be fighting. This should be a big, fiery, passionate game of football tonight. If it's anything like the previous fixture earlier on in the season, we're going to get absolutely battered. But hopefully it won't be. Hopefully we'll do things very differently. We've got to make it a very ugly game of football, I think, to get a result out of this one. As I say, sitting deep, keeping it very compact, very tight, and just sort of trying to hit them and hurt them on the break with some key passes, try and get Bruno on the ball, get him in there on, feeding the likes of Elanga and just looking for those runs in behind, looking for the Rashford down the wing, on a counter break. I don't think we're going to outplay Liverpool tonight by any means. We've got to try and make it an ugly game and just be clinical when we get our chances and take them. And you can get results, man. Everybody's writing off. Right, let's get into the predictions and stuff. Everybody is writing off Manchester United tonight, yeah? Well, we've been shit lately. We were gashed against Norwich. We were gashed against Everton. We're shy. We got knocked out of all the tournaments we're in. We're pathetic, in all fairness, this season. Liverpool, atop of the form guide. They're smashing it up. They're challenging for the title. They're going to be giving it their all to try and win that title, no matter who they're against, let alone Manchester United, right? So they're expected to win. But this is a Liverpool United game, and in some ways, form counts for naught. And in terms of even qualities, like, stranger things have happened that United beating Liverpool at this moment in time. Everyone's ruling us out, saying we're going to get turned over 5-0. I'm not so sure, If these boys turn up and show some bollocks and cojones, and Ralphie actually sets it up technically well, so we don't just play into Liverpool's hands, then, I think we could get some sort of a result, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're going to go there, outplay them, smash them up 5-0. No, nothing like that. But I think we can go and give a good account of ourselves and get a result there tonight. So I'm going for 1-1. I think it's going to be a score draw, 1-1. That's my prediction. Chrissy J's getting in here with his prediction as well. Guys, get your score predictions in the live chat. Let's hear from you then. So I'm going for 1-1, and I think the goal scorer is going to be Anthony Elanga. Yeah, I think it's going to be Anthony Elanga. I've got a feeling he's going to be fed in at some point in the game, and he's just going to bang one because he's been in great form. He looks like a good talent for us. He's playing without fear as well. I don't rely on players like Rashford to do this for us right now. Rashford's been trashford. He's just not been doing it for us. 4-2 says Grace Sheridan. 5-0 says King Kenny. Fuck off. He says, sorry, Pig. Hey, no worries. Fair enough. Well, you are a Scalcieri, so I wouldn't expect anything less. Sleeping Dragon says 3-0. Flabby G says 3-0 to Liverpool. Luke Stockwell says 4-0 to Liverpool. G-Wolf United says, I think it's going to be 2-1 to Liverpool. What the fuck's the matter with you guys? Come on, United. We're going to wreck these Scousers. Devils fan says 1-1. Love your optimism, Pig. Thank you so much, Devils fan, man. No, seriously, mate. Are you telling me we're scared of a bunch of fucking Beatle-loving, Paul O'Grady watching, fucking John Bishop comedy-loving melts? What the fuck? Let's fucking be having it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to smash up these Liverpool Scummers, guys. Come on. It's one game of football. It comes down to who wants it more. It comes down to who turns up on the night. Liverpool, they're expected to smash us up. They're the ones who are really trying to get over the line and get that title as well and take City all the way to the hill. They've got a little bit more pressure on them than us in this moment in time. They're due a gash performance as well. They've been so damn good lately. Surely at some point, the wheels have got to fall off a little bit. And Manchester United, on the other hand, we've been so damn gash lately. Surely at some point, it's all going to come together. This doesn't make any sense, does it, guys? But either way, I'm just trying to be optimistic about this one, guys. Fuck the Scouts, we're going to smash them up. 2-2 says Tyler. 3-1 says Opa Bust. 10-0 says John Allen. 6-1 says Anna to Liverpool. 3-0 says Nathan Buckley to Liverpool. Vincent Bullock says 4-0 to United. Go on, Vincent. I love your style. R. Kings thinks 2-2. Seth Backrow thinks 2-2. Yeah, I could see a score draw. And we are gash at the bank. They are so good going forward as well. Like, they do score so many goals. I mean, if you look at how many goals they've scored this season, their form, just their league form of scoring goals, it's quite an exceptional record, of course. They've got a goal difference of plus 57, which is the best in the league. 5 more than City and way more than Manchester United. Our goal difference is 8 this season, plus 8. Theirs is plus 57. I think that tells you a story about what sort of an attacking side they are, but also defensively as well. I mean, they've actually conceded exactly half of the goals that Manchester United have conceded this season. We've conceded 44. They've conceded 22. In terms of goals scored, they've scored 79 this season. We've scored 52. So they're better than us over the course of the season, which is why they're where they are right now. It's going to be a tough game. They're a great attacking force. United have got melters at the back, a la Slabby Maguire, the human slabinator. He's going to let us down more than likely at some point. That's why I've gone for 1-1, because I've accounted for the fact we've got a human fridge at the back who's probably going to let us down. Yeah. Lots of great predictions coming in, guys. Thank you so much for getting in here. Hey, Ulf793 says, dude, you got Slabby. Exactly. Because of that, it's an instant goal conceded, I think. Because we got Harry Maguire, it's an instant goal conceded. Hey there, Chelsea Fan TV. What's going on? Bubbles is in here. Says, the thing is, we can see one goal, our players' heads drop. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They don't seem to have the character to fight back, mate. You're spot on there. Saw it in the Everton game. It's pathetic. I agree with you, mate. Yeah, if we can get out and be front runners in the game and start well and get a goal, maybe you can see us winning the game. But I actually agree. If we get done or tucked up early on by Liverpool, the heads will probably drop now. I don't know if they've got the bottle to do it. Arsenal for Life says Maguire will put in a man of the match performance tonight. Yeah, probably it would just be for Liverpool. Okay, but Liverpool, they are expected to make a couple of changes, right? So because of the fact that they had that FA Cup semi-final game, they did make some changes in that game too. But Henderson, Matip, Jota could all return to the side. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo, absent, which is a big blow. Of course, Rafael Varane's out as well. Fred and Scott McTominay are out. Luke Shaw and Edinson Cavani are all out. So we'll have to see how these lads perform. Remember, this is not the best Manchester United side by a long chalk. And even if it was the best Manchester United side, Liverpool at this moment in time, they are expected to beat us because they're a better team, really, and they're at home and they're trying to get the title. But it doesn't really come down to that, guys. It comes down to a lot of things like who fucking wants it, son. Ralph Rangnick's been speaking ahead of the game. And yes, he said that Varane didn't train. He was on the pitch with one of our rehab coaches. But with regard to injured players, we have the same situation we've had the last 2 games. But obviously now Cristiano Ronaldo's out as well. And also he said that, he was just asked a couple of questions. He was asked about, can we turn it around after the Norwich game against Liverpool? He says the same squad we had against Norwich, all the injured players are unfortunately still injured. And he said Bruno's doing absolutely fine after that car accident that he had, by the way. He seems to have been no bad effects after it. Pretty sure he'll be able to play. So that's good news in regards to Bruno Fernandes. Positive team news there. He should be starting in the game, which is big for us because we're going to need him to step up and be that leader in the team and be the talisman and be the Portuguese Magnifico that he was for us last season before Ronaldo came. Because in all fairness, Ronaldo has stepped up and obviously he's been Ronaldo for us when he can, when the team's actually been firing to some degree this season. But Bruno really hasn't been the same player since Ronaldo's come in. It may be a coincidence. I personally think it is, and the team's just been performing shite. But he actually just himself, I mean, even in the last game, he's not playing the quality of passes you're seeing. He's not as reliable. His passes are more erratic. He's giving the ball away a lot. And I thought he was quite poor again. He needs to step up. He's got to start showing that he is that Portuguese Magnifico that he was a couple of years ago, or certainly when he first came in for the first 18 months. He was unplayable. He's got to get back to that in this game tonight. So I'm expecting a big performance from Bruno Fernandes tonight. Much better than what we've seen recently, because that's what we need in order to win this game. We have to see these players turn up like it's a Liverpool v United game and give it their best. And if we do that, we've got a chance. If we see the same sort of gash performance we saw against Everton, say, man, we're going to get absolutely trounced. Even that Norwich game. Remember, Norwich at bottom of the table. Yeah, I'm celebrating that Ronaldo. It's a fucking great free kick. He's won us the game. It's a great win. But man, we went about it the hard way just to beat the bottom of the table team who everybody else batters. So it's very concerning when you look so poor in that game, especially defensively. I mean, Norwich with those counter-attacking balls in the second half, they were causing all sorts of problems for our defence. They were all over the place. They looked like a bag of shite, man. Tellers and Lindelof slipped up for a goal. Maguire slipped up for a goal. You know, they're all a bag of shite. So I think it's fair to say that, very concerned, very concerned about it. But we just need to see our players perform. That's right, Devils fan. We need a team performance, mate. We need a team performance. Also, in regards to Juan Mata and Jesse Lingard, so in the last game, so Norwich was a poor performance for us. We need to do a lot better than that if we're going to beat Liverpool tonight or get any sort of result against Liverpool tonight. The last game you saw Jesse Lingard play, he did quite well, I thought. I thought he looked quite industrious. He was working hard for the team. He's actually a sort of player you can maybe see come in today. I'd actually, in some ways, maybe gamble with Lingard over, say, Rashford and play him on the left. But simply because Lingard works really hard for the team. He's a good presser. He can win the ball back deep. You know, he's a bit of a workhorse. He's not the most gifted. He's not the most talented. But Rashford at the moment might have the abilities. But he's Dan Trashford, my son. He's actually played 300 times for Manchester United now, by the way, guys. Only 2 United players in history have ever featured as many times for Manchester United at a younger age. That's Ryan Giggs and George Best. So he's in some very honoured company there. The only difference is he can't fucking tie their fucking bootlaces, my son, based on his recent season's performance. Now, listen, he has been really good for us. I won't hear that anybody's been slagging him off for the previous seasons. I think they've been out of line because he's been developing. He's still a young player. But now he's reached the middle of his career. He's reached 24 years of age. He's got to start banging it and doing it on a regular basis. And he's been shite this season. He's actually been one of our worst players. So, 24 years of age. He's had his debut against FC Midtjylland in the Europa League in 2016, and he's played for 6 years for Manchester United. He's played 300 times. Quite an achievement, by the way. I mean, let's actually get some love heart and hand applause emojis in there for Rashford. Hey, we're doing him a bit dirty there. He's played 300 times for the Red Devils. That's pretty amazing, man, and he has been really good up until this season. But this season, he might as well not be here, in my opinion. As much as I rate him previously and as much as I still think he can turn the corner and get going and be the man for us, maybe again in the future under the new manager, if things can change, I don't think, at this moment in time, I can't rely on the guy to do the business for us. Michael says Elanga and Rashford are shite. Absolutely not true, Michael. Elanga's actually been really good recently for us, man, and he's only 19 for a start. Even if he does have a bad performance here or there, he's learning, he's developing, he's trying to play a man's game as a teenager still. He's only just come in this season. So give him a bit break for a start. Rashford, on the other hand, he has been gassed this season. Okay, let's actually ask the live chat. Would you start Rashford tonight or would you bench Rashford tonight? Bear in mind who's available. So that would mean somebody like maybe, I don't know, Jesse coming in or one of the youngsters coming in instead of Rashford. Well, let's know what you guys are thinking. Let's be having you, Mark Ashton. You take Rashford at LFC, says Michael. Fair play. A lot of clubs would. That's the thing. If you actually were to sell Rashford, there'd be a host of the top European clubs in the world be interested in him. PSG, Real Madrid, Juventus. Everybody would be coming for a piece. Nathan Best, what's going on, my man? He says, reckon Cavani will finally catch that big carp on his fishing trip tonight? Hey, I think so, mate. He's been using a very, very impressive law, so from what I've heard. Mile Chakravarthi, how's it going there, my friend? Thank you very much for getting in. Start, says Daniel Barnes. We need a recognisable striker, says Jonathan Gallagher. Okay, well, we don't really have one, though, do we? Who is the recognisable striker here? So if you actually look at that team that I've put in the top right-hand corner, yeah, you could say that Rashford could start as striker there, but I don't think he's really good at striker, in all fairness. Ilanga, he's not really a striker either. He's been playing wide for us. Sancho's not really a striker either. But any of those three players you could put as striker, I suppose, for this game. Cavani is still out, JR. Absolutely, he is, my son. Yeah, okay, Riggsy. He says, can I play? You go in for Ronaldo? Go on then, my son. Let's be having you. Okay, so, right, guys. So yeah, Marcus Rashford's played 300 times for Manchester United. That's pretty impressive. Hashtag 300 in the live chat. He's not lived up to it this season, unfortunately, and he's been piss poor. So he's got to do a lot better for us. But hopefully, he will be able to do that, by the way. So there's the graphic of the players who are arriving at Carrington this morning. That is the latest. By the way, Pep Guardiola's been speaking, and he admits that he will support Manchester United in the fixture tonight, which you can totally understand, can't you? Yeah. He said, we watch it as a fan. I watch at home. I have time tomorrow to focus. I would love United to take points, but we have to do our job next, and then the next one I will watch as a fan and see if we can learn something about both teams. The challenge is the same as the last 2 weeks. The same 1 point ahead. He said, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Hey, look, they're probably going to win the league. If Liverpool manage to beat us tonight, they'll feel like they've got a good chance. Because if you actually look at the form, as I said, the form guide going into this, Man United's form is shite, by the way. We've got the 11th best form in the league. Just to compare that with Liverpool's form, a draw against Watford, a loss against City 4-1, 3-2 defeat to 3-2 win against Tottenham, 1-1 draw against Leicester, 1-0 against Everton loss, and a 3-2 win against Norwich. That's our last 6 games. Their last 6 games are 5 wins and a draw. Liverpool, I mean. Man City, on the other hand, they're 6th in the form guide. So, yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting run-in. United can have a say in it tonight by smashing up these scousy Aries. So, fucking come on, United! Guys, do us a favour. There's a lot of legends in it right now. 235 Dons and Donesses. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, by the way. If you want to chat in the live chat, subscriber mode's on. You only need to be subscribed for 1 minute to chat, so get yourself subscribed. Also, drop a thumbs up on it like it's hot. Drop a like on it. That gives us a boost up there. Helps us compete with the clickbait merchants, the charlatans, the shithouses, and the corporations. So do us a favour and smash that like button. It's free. First Class Gamer, what's going on? You absolute all-time Don. He says 6-1 for United to win. Go on. Put a cheeky 1p bet on that, mate. You could probably make a couple of quid. Thank you very much for getting in here, Don, as well. Great to see you. Great to see you. Right, guys. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, the news is Cristiano Ronaldo, he's not going to be featuring tonight. We're going to see what happens. I could see a world where Rashford starts up top, or maybe we play with some sort of false 9 system like we have experimented with recently with Bruno, or maybe even Lingy, or something ridiculous like that. Also, I could maybe see a small outside possibility we even change formation and go for like a 5-3-2 or something random, but it's unlikely. I don't think Rangnick's going to change anything too radically for this game. If it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the wheel still, I would say that we'll probably approach this game with a 3 at the back. But because it's not, I don't think he will do that based on what he's sort of done for us so far. Right then, let's get into some of the statistics and stuff for this Liverpool versus United game. So Jurgen Klopp is likely to make some changes in terms of head-to-head stats. Liverpool are unbeaten in 7 Premier League meetings with Manchester United. They've won out of the last 7. They won 4 and drawn 3. The Red Devils have failed to score in 4 of their 5 past top-flight trips to Anfield, with 3 of those matches finishing 0-0. So that's at least something to take from it. If it is an absolute snooze-fest, ugly game of football tonight and it finishes 0-0, we would take that. I'd be happy with a draw tonight, peeps. I know, listen, they're such a good team at the moment. We've been so damn bang average against, struggling to beat teams like Norwich, losing teams like Everton. It would be actually a decent result, wouldn't it? Especially going away at Anfield right now to get a result. So we'll take that. United's last away goal in this fixture was scored in 2018 by Jesse Lingard in a 3-1 defeat. That's the last time we scored away in this fixture, 2018. That's 4 years ago, peeps. So can we break that duck tonight? We better add to. Liverpool have won 10 consecutive top-flight home games and are unbeaten in the league at Anfield this season. They've won 12 and drawn 3 at Anfield. It's a pretty formidable record, bit of a fortress. Klopp's got it as a serious fortress, man, and he's got them as a well-oiled machine right now, it has to be said. They're a fantastic side, and that's what makes them so dangerous. Hey, Neil Duffin, what's going on, mate? He says, Pig, I'd boot all the scum pool players before a ball's been kicked. Scum pool out. Come on, United. Hey, great to see you, Neil Duffin. Get in there. That's the attitude. That's the attitude I'd like to hear. Hey, Henrik Killman. Hey, Viking Red, you legend. Get in there. 0 degrees as well. Harry Maguire, can we discuss our captain? We can. I mean, he's been speaking ahead of the game, as I say, but we'll do that in a little bit when we do the Q&A, actually, because I'm just going to cover the rest of these stats. Jurgen Klopp's side have lost once in their last 24 games in all competitions. A 1-0 home defeat to Inter in the Champions League. Mo Salah has scored 7 goals in his past 5 matches against Man United in all competitions. Salah's found the net once in his previous 12 appearances for the club and country, a penalty in a 2-0 win at Brighton, so that's good at least. Ibrahim Konate has scored 3 goals in his last 3 games, blah, 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 blah. On to United. United have won 2 of their past 8 games in all competitions. We've drawn the other 3 and lost the other 3. We won 2 out of the last 8 in all competitions. Drawn 3, lost 3, won 2. That's fucking gash. Ralph Rangnick better set us up a lot more intelligently tonight. Make us ugly, make us compact, make us deep, have us defending, in a compact system, and then just trying to hit them on the counter. I think that's our best bet. Keep it tight, try and snatch a result. Let's not go and try and be too open, try and match them blow for blow or do anything ridiculous like that. Because I think we will get battered in all fairness with our defence, Harry Maguire, etc. They're shy. So we haven't really got the defence to go there and try and outplay them at all. I don't think that's on the cards. United are aiming to avoid 3 successive away defeats in the league for the first time since April 2019. We're in a bit of a shit spell. The Red Devils have kept just 1 clean sheet in our last 10 away games in all competitions. We're having a fucking day, mare. And, yeah. So those are some not very good stats going into the game, guys. Hey, we got a super chat here. Sorry, I missed that, man. Get in there. JRB. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's get a super chat emoji in there for JRB. Thank you, buddy. He says, yo, Piggy. Did you see Maguire's reaction to Ronaldo's winner versus Norwich? Some captain, that is. Hashtag slab you out. JRB, what a fucking big breeze box slabhead, my son. You know what? I haven't actually seen it, but a lot of people mentioned it to me and told me about it. But I need to watch it, actually. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's just a shit-ass, mate. Didn't even really celebrate it, right? Is that true? That's fucking ridiculous, my son. He's supposed to be our captain. Hey, listen, he's a breeze block of the man. What would you expect? What do you expect? 225 legends watching in here, by the way. Thank you for joining. Who's going to be watching the watch along with me later tonight? We'll be back on at 7:30. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're going to get yourself involved for the stream later. Let us know if you will. By the way, we have actually got 110 likes on the stream. Let's see if we can get 169 dudes. Let's have a cheeky little Bacon Brigade like spike. Right, okay, guys, I've got a lot of Manchester United news for you now. So that's pretty much the preview stuff. We will get into the Q&A if you guys want to talk about anything in the preview that we've covered here so far. By the way, Liverpool fans, it's understood that Liverpool fans are planning to hold an applause during the 7th minute of this evening's fixture in honour of Cristiano Ronaldo's late son. So, let's spread the word on that one, my friends. It seems like a pretty wonderful gesture. I hope, it happens, and I hope there's no scally individuals that wreck it for everyone else, if you know what I mean. But that, to be fair, let's get some love hearts in there for that, because I hope that is the case. And listen, we've talked about it before. Football is football. We're very passionate about football, but when it comes to life and death, football is secondary, guys, in all fairness. So I think you've got to put it aside as football fans when something like that happens, and just honour somebody who is a great person, is a great athlete, is a great professional, even if they're a rival. So fair play to you, Liverpool fans. That is what's being reported anyway, is that Liverpool fans are planning to hold an applause at the 7th minute to honour Cristiano Ronaldo with his loss. Cryptic says, that's been confirmed, I'm sure. Class from the Scousers there, says Jordan Griswold. Once again, proving that sometimes, things do come before football, absolutely. Scouser on the Wirral, thank you very much. There you go, you see, he's proven himself. We got a Scouser in here, mate. You like, mate, thank you so much for the fucking super chat, pal. He sent us a fucking 79p super chat. Not even fucking 99p, but what do you expect? He's fucking Scouts, mate. I'm just joking. What an ungrateful bastard. I'm joking. It's a play on Scousers being fucking skin. There you go. And I'm just joking, by the way. A lot of rich Scousers. The Beatles, for instance. Scouser, thank you so much, Scouser on the Wirral. Appreciate you, mate. Get in there. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let's get the love hearts in there for Scouser on the Wirral. Neil Duffin, thank you so much for the €5. Thank you so much for the €5 super chat. He says, my friend Stefan is 2 years gone tomorrow. Heavenly blessings for him and his family. Neil Duffin, I remember when that happened, my man. I'm so sorry to, for your loss once again, my friend. 2 years already, bloody hell, mate. That is, I can't believe it's been 2 years since that happened, Neil. Crikey, guys, can we get some mad love hearts in there for Neil Duffin as well for the loss of his friend? Once again on the 2-year anniversary of that happening. Much love to you, Neil. Stay strong, my man. Hopefully United get you a big old juicy dub tonight, my son. Thank you so much for the super chat there, Neil Duffin. Really appreciate that, my friend. What biscuits are you having today, mate? Neil Duffin, the biscuit connoisseur. He cannot be stopped. Thank you, everyone, for getting love hearts in there for Stefan. Much love, yeah. Much love to your friend Stefan there, Neil Duffin, absolutely. Pushkar Thapper, how you doing? Thank you for the love hearts. Ben Roper, what's good? Kate Cadet. So many legends in here today. Thanks for joining us. I think we're all pretty excited for this game of football tonight and also dreading it. Let me actually ask you guys, who's looking forward to it and who's dreading it? You know what I mean? Who's excited and who's dreading it? Let me know, because some of you might think we're going to get smashed up tonight. Me, on the other hand, I'm slightly quietly optimistic that we're going to make it an ugly game and maybe snatch some sort of ugly result as well. Yo, Purplus, what's going on? Adriano says, Maguire hat-trick incoming. Yeah, maybe. You're scared, says Enlol. You're pumped, says Flabby G. Dreading it, says Jordan Griswold. Pig not looking forward to it, says 21 Nick P. Can't bloody wait, says Ben Roper. Dreaded it, says Kate Cadet. Mixed emotion because of Ronaldo's situation. Yeah, true, Sly Dog. I mean, that's it. And of course, that's way bigger than football. But of course, it is a big loss for us as well, for Manchester United to be without him tonight, because he's such a goal-scoring machine and such a match winner. But obviously, his family's well-being and his family's mourning and everything, that's got to come first at this moment in time. Man, the guy's just an absolute legend, man. He really is. And again, dealing with the situation in a classy way. He's there for his family. You know, he's that post they did. It's not easy to write things like that with things happening so recently. So, you know, I just think that it just goes to we've got to all support him and give him as much time as he needs. I don't think it's an easy thing to get over that. If you remember back in the day when Ronaldo was at Manchester United, his father passed away, and always remember Cristiano Ronaldo was allowed to leave. I think we had some big important game in the Champions League or something. I always remember Ronaldo talking about it, saying that Fergie, when he found out that Cristiano Ronaldo's father had passed away, he basically just said, you know, go take as long as you need to go to the funeral, go home, be with the family, take as long as you need, basically. You know, and Ronaldo never forgot that. And obviously, you know, that's what was so great about Manchester United, because, well, it is a family club. Well, it certainly was back then anyway. So yeah, but yeah, he needs his time to heal, obviously, with his family, and that's going to take a bit of time. But tonight we must go into battle against the Scousers without our main man, Cristiano Ronaldo. So, by the way, let's get into a little bit of sort of transfer stuff then. Ralph Rangnick has been speaking ahead of the game, and he said he believes there'll be major squad overhaul at the start of the close of the season. This is sort of what he's been saying as well. He said it's not enough to bring in 3 or 4 players. It will be more. Bearing in mind how many players will no longer be here out of contract. Apart from goalkeepers, we need to improve the squad in all areas. Come on, Ralphie Rangnick. Yes, lad. This is what I like to hear. We do need to do this. It's blatant. Blatantly. Mata's probably going to be going. Obviously, he's going to be going. Matic has announced that he's leaving end of the season. Cavani's going to be leaving end of the season. Jesse Lingard most likely to end of the season. Pogba likely leaving end of the season. Other players could be leaving as well. Martial. You might even see Slabby Maguire hopefully offloaded somewhere. So a lot of different options going, which means we've got to get a lot of players coming in. So of course this is absolutely bang on. We do need to sign players. We do need to see a new fresh crop of players coming in. He said, you know, look at that. He says bring in 3 or 4 new players. It's not enough to bring in 3 or 4. So that's not saying 4 is enough. He's saying we need to bring in a lot more than 3 or 4 players. So hopefully we will see a new big change at Manchester United in the summer, with lots of new personnel coming in, a new centre-back, 2 new midfielders, a new winger, a new striker. You know, hopefully we'll see that at bare minimum, and hopefully a lot of investment in the team from the board. Pig, would you play Mata today? Says Jonathan Gallagher. Interesting. I mean, Mata played really well in the last game when he came on. Him and Matic, I thought, looked really good on the ball. Technically good, aren't they? Good players, intelligent players, good vision. No pace, but they don't need it. They've got the ability on the ball. Well, No, I wouldn't. Not from the start. He's a good option to have from the bench, absolutely. But I personally wouldn't. I would actually, even if you're going to lose this game tonight, give the options to the players who are at the moment deserving of it based on sort of form, but also some of the younger players who have a point to prove are a bit hungry. Matters leaving in the season. Yeah, okay. I mean, who remembers that volley he scored against the Scousers and stuff? We love a bit of Juan Mata, but where are you going to put him in the team? He's not really going to play at CAM because Bruno's going to be there. So where are you going to put him in the team? I don't like him out in a wide position, so because he's got no pace. So I don't know where. I could see him coming on later in the game, absolutely. But Rangnick believes there will be big overhauls and a major squad overhaul over the course of the close to the season. He says, I think apart from the goalkeeper position, we need to make sure that we improve the squad in all areas. He told Sky Sports ahead of Tuesday night's game against Liverpool. He says to bring in players who really help the team to get better. Again, it's about the profile. What kind of players do we need in order to play whichever kind of football we want to play? The players have to give their very best no matter who the manager will be next. And if it's announced in 1 or 2 weeks, I don't think this will affect the current situation we're in. But yes, of course, it's important to know who will be the next manager. To start the recruitment process, to find the best possible players only makes sense if you know who will be the new manager and how does he want to play. So it seems like, obviously, Ten Hag's basically done, isn't it? They're going to be pretty much announced in a few days or a week or whatever. And it's pretty much done. And so they're already planning. They're already had the conversations, I'm sure. And they're already talking about a couple of players that will be or coming in even before maybe Ten Hag is, or certainly getting the wheels in motion with negotiations. He said there might be a couple of players, and I've already named those players to the board, that independent from formation, from style of football, and independent from a new manager, could be of interest to a club like United. He said, but in general, if you look at the size of the way the team needs to be rebuilt, it's not enough to bring in 3 or 4 new players. It would be more, bearing in mind how many players will no longer be here when the contract's running out. So it seems like he's publicly aware, public made it aware, of course, that, well, the club are aware, he's aware that Manchester United do need a big overhaul in the summer. So this is positive news. We do need to see 6 or 7 players coming, I think, in the summer. How many do you think we need to sign, guys? Bear in mind, we've got a lot of players going out. How many players do you think Manchester United need to sign this summer? Let me know in the live chat. What do you think? Thank you for subscribing there, Jimmy Ade. I appreciate you, my friend. We've got 276 legends in here. Have your say, get your thoughts in, subscribe, and you can chat in 1 minute's time. If you're new, drop the subscribe, and if you haven't done so yet, please do smash the like button. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on this match preview. Thank you, Viking Red. A whole new 11, says Chrissy J. A whole 11, says Fire Up. The lot, says Jonathan Gallagher. 11, says Gabriel Nelson. Busy the Beast, says 9. Anthony White says 7. Well, I don't think we do need a new starting 11, I'll be honest. I'm looking at the team next season, and I'm thinking we've still got a good set of players in certain key positions, right? De Gea, we don't need a new goalkeeper, in my opinion. De Gea's a don. Rafael Varane's a brilliant player. I think he's just injury-prone, unfortunately, so you need some cover. But he's still good enough when he's fit, so he's not an issue that we need to replace. I think that you look at Bruno Fernandes, okay, this season he's not been as good, but we all know the qualities he has. I don't think you need to be replacing him anytime soon. Sancho is developing. Yeah, okay, he's not had the best of seasons. He's only just come in. He's young. He's shown recently he's getting a bit better. I think he will have a good future for us, and I think he doesn't need replacing right now. Ronaldo, when he's fit, obviously, and if he's still here next season, which is a big if. In fact, there's a bit of an update from Fabrizio Romano, who said that Ronaldo is sort of delaying any decision to quit Manchester United, you know, in sort of anticipation of what could happen in the summer with maybe a new manager coming in, Ten Hag, what are Ten Hag's plans, and also in regards to Man United's situation with Champions League football. Because if that is a big factor for Ronaldo, him playing in the Champions League to add to his tally as well, then you might see him maybe want to leave the club in the summer if United don't have Champions League football. So we don't know about that. But certainly Cristiano Ronaldo, in my opinion, is still good enough to be Manchester United player. And Erik Ten Hag will be off his tree to not want this guy in the squad, right? To not want him in the team. So he doesn't need replacing, I don't think, at the moment. Of course, for the future, you want to get more players in. We have to sign a forward player this summer. There's talks of Darwin Núñez. You've got to sign that sort of quality player this summer. Make a statement. City are about to sign Haaland, by the way, guys. So reports coming in that they have announced City are looking to. They basically got a deal going with Erling Haaland. It's basically done. City have reportedly made a key breakthrough in their pursuit of Erling Haaland by agreeing personal terms with representatives for the player. So you know, we knew that was going to happen. He's obviously a very good, talented player. He's going to be sort of reported to be paid about £500,000 a week. Not something United are prepared to do. We've got to go for a different type of player. We can't sign the Haalands and the Kylian Mbappes of this world because we don't necessarily even have Champions League football to offer these teams, and we can't offer them the stable setup that City have, or that Liverpool have, or that these teams have, where they're definitely guaranteed to be challenging and winning things and playing in a special team under a settled manager. You can't offer that at Manchester United right now. So you're not going to sign Hardy, you're not going to sign Mbappe. Plus, we've got the shittest owners in the league as well. They're not going to put their hand in the pocket for a signing like that. So it means we've got to get a different player. Darwin Núñez, maybe Harry Kane, I suppose, if there was some sort of maybe swap deal with Martial. I can't see us wanting to pay the money, though, for for Kane. So I doubt that's going to happen. So, who knows? But certainly we need to see lots of players coming in the summer. Right, a couple of things to talk about then. Erik ten Hag is understood to want to make Antony one of the first Man United signings. So a report come out today that Man United are interested in signing Ajax attacker Antony, and that Ten Hag would be interested in bringing him with him. You look at the winger options we've got at the moment. We do have Sancho, we do have Rashford, we do have Alanga, and we do have Diallo coming back. But with what's happened with Greenwood and stuff, we could definitely do with this sort of player. 22 years of age, great assist stats, great goal stats in the Eredivisie and the Champions League. Still already featured for Brazil and stuff. He's a very good young prospect, 22 years of age. He would probably be available for somewhere in the region of 50 million. Maybe they would accept a little bit less, who knows. But 50 million, Antony, good young player, 22. That's one player that is being linked with Erik ten Hag coming in. Also, reports coming out that just a couple of clubs interested in Edinson Cavani in the summer. Apparently Real Madrid considering a move for him as an alternative to Erling Braut Haaland should he end up at Manchester City. That's one report about Cavani. Mario Balotelli in, says Flabby G. So there's a report about Cavani coming in. Also reports coming out that Paul Pogba has a couple of different options to him. Apparently Real Madrid, PSG and Juventus are all possible destinations for Paul Pogba this summer, depending on what goes on. If United decide they really want to keep this guy, which I don't think they can, let's get a keep or sell vote in the live chat for Paul Pogba. And when I say sell, I mean just let him go on a free. Yeah, in terms of the teams that are available to him, Juventus have that link. They're probably not going to be able to pay him as much as PSG, but PSG is the most likely at the moment because they can afford him. I don't think United should renew the contract. We've talked about this. His grubby agent, the signing on fees, the amount of money he paid per week. It doesn't actually give us good value for what we get into the club. It just depends on how weak the Glazers are and how piss poor the board are in the summer with their ambition to sign new squad players, to sign new 6 or 7 players that we need to make this team better. If they're not prepared to do that, they might just go, oh, you know what? It will cost us 20 or 30 million to pay the agent and sign up Pogba to a new deal and 300 odd K a week. But maybe that's easier than us going out there and signing a player for 40 or 50 million pounds. You know how our board works. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did sign Paul Pogba to a new deal, even though he's shite. But at this moment in time, I think he will be leaving as a free agent. It looks like he will be. As it stands, there isn't any indication from Paul Pogba as to where he would prefer to move to. He's always said recently, oh yeah, he'd quite like to play for PSG, he'd quite like to play for Juventus or fucking whoever. So but he hasn't, there's nothing that's come out yet as the season's still underway. But it's likely that Paul Pogba is going to go to one of those 3 teams that we've just discussed there. Also, new reports coming out that Manchester United are, at this moment in time, looking at RB Leipzig's Christopher Nkunku, and we've been quoted somewhere in the region of £52 million for him. This is some of the reports that are coming out from Germany. 24-year-old continues to sort of rise in terms of stature over there. He's got 30 goals and 19 assists in 44 appearances across all tournaments this season. Those sorts of records are going to make people stand up and take note. So yeah, I mean, a lot of so Bild in Germany claim that Leipzig have no intention to sell him, but a fee of £52 million could persuade them if Man United want to come knocking. That's what Bild are reporting in Germany, is that Man United have reportedly been told it would take £52 million to sign Christopher Nkunku. I think he would be a good signing, but there's a lot of other good options. I mean, those goal stats sound ridiculous. I think Darwin Núñez is the one we should perhaps go for. He looks very, very exciting. What forward player would you like to see Manchester United sign this summer, guys? Let us know in the live chat. Don't say Mbappe. Don't say Haaland. It's bullshit. It's not going to happen. Who would you like to see us sign? And is it a Darwin Núñez? Is it a Kane? Is it Vlahovic? Is it, this guy we're just talking about here? Let us know your thoughts and opinions. Yeah, Pogba pisses me off too, Genlo. It's just his manner about him. He's jogging around a pitch, sauntering around, mate, looking Paul Jogba. In fact, last game, I thought he was one of those guys. He was running, right? But he was running. He was looking like one of those guys in those speed walking competitions. It was like, hang on, he is running, but he's kind of not running. He's kind of just walking fast, He jogs around. Nunes says Jordan Griswold. Bellingham says Vincent Bullock. Well, he's not really a forward player, Vincent Bullock, in terms of a striker. But, hey, look, I guess, he would be a great signing. Nunes says Jordan Griswold. Nunes and right wing Anthony. Yeah, Shane B. Nice one. I like that. Good duo. Good, exciting, young, hungry players. Nunes says Man United Glazers out. Neil Duffin says if United are smart, 5 young players, 150 million budget, Timber, Anthony, Sinistera to start with. Great shout, Neil. Yeah, you need a little bit of a mix, don't you? So I would go with a couple of players that have some Premier League experience. Try and sign even 1 or 2 players on a free. There's got to be some good quality players around. Look at Rudiger at Chelsea. He might be available for nothing this summer. If you can convince him to come, that would be a good signing, which allows you to strengthen somewhere else. Like you say, young players, young, good, hungry young players. That Timber could come in as well. Anthony, yeah. There's talks of Gravenberch maybe as well as links there, but he could be going to Bayern, it seems. So, you've got options. We've got options. And then also we've got our own youngsters, which I'm hoping that Eric Ten Hag is going to bring 1 or 2 through. You look at what Jimmy Garner's doing at Notts Forest, and you look at what, some of the other options like Diallo. He's surely got to be blooded this season. He cost 40 million quid. Surely we're going to start playing Diallo next season a little bit as a backup. Stuff like that. We have got some youngsters that we can bring through as well. So that should help us out a little bit. Right, okay, so yeah, just in terms of the transfer dealings and things like that, we are expected to sign up several players this summer because of what Ralph Rangnick said there, and just the fact that we need to, with a lot of players leaving the football club and a lot of players, their contracts running down. So Anthony's on the shortlist, and then you've got loads of other players on the shortlist. Bellingham, Rice, Tielemans, Neves. You've got so many different options. Gravenberch, De Jong. There's so many different players linked. Pau Torres is another player that is being linked again with Manchester United today. In fact, Manchester Evening News reporting this morning that Man United have reignited their interest in signing Villarreal defender Pau Torres ahead of the summer transfer window. Personally, think that would be a good signing for us, guys. I think he's 24, Spain international, only getting better. He's shown he's a good leader as well. He's also a good, aggressive sort of classic sort of centre-back who's going to put their body on the line type player. Whenever we've seen him, we played against him obviously last season. He was good against us, and he's had a good season again by all accounts. Villarreal doing very well in Europe. So I would say he would be a good signing for Manchester United. I haven't seen him 100 times. I'm not an expert on Pau Torres, but I have watched a handful of games that he's played, and he's always impressed me. So I think he could be a good signing for us. Equally, I like Jules Koundé over there. I really do like Antonio Rudiger, though. I think if you could somehow pull off that deal where you get him for free, that'd be pretty sweet signing at the back. But there you go. Yeah, Neil Duffin, it is going to be a really exciting transfer window. I agree, man. He'd make a better captain than Slabby, says Jordan Griswold. We can sign Vincent Bullock left-footed as well, and great up front. Get in, Vincent Bullock. Let's go. Right, guys, I'm going to get into the live chat then, just in a minute. Before I do, quick rundown of what I've just discussed throughout the show. So 5 players missing from Manchester United for tomorrow. Cavani, McTominay. Sorry, tonight, I mean. Cavani, I'm used to doing these previews the day before. Cavani, McTominay, Shaw, Varane, and Ronaldo's out as well tonight now. Fred is a doubt too, So Fred is, So we've got 6 players out, actually. 6 players out. 6 players out, guys. That is the situation. Expected lineup is, as you can see in the top right-hand corner, I've gone for De Gea, Wan-Bissaka because he's more defensive, Lindelof, Maguire, Telles, Matic and Pogba, Elanga, Sancho, and Rashford in some sort of combination. You could see Rashford up front. You could see Elanga up front. I'm not too sure, but I've gone for Elanga just for the pants. And then obviously Bruno Fernandes. So that's pretty much my predicted lineup. That's basically it, guys. Ronaldo was announced from, or United did confirm earlier that he will not be playing. That's the big news, really. Ronaldo is out of the fixture tonight. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let's get into the live chat for a few minutes, guys, and see what you legends are thinking. Once again, if you're just joining, do get your score predictions in. I'm going for 1-1 tonight. Come on, United! People writing us off, ruling us out. Let's see a little bit of fight. Let's see a bit of bottle. Let's see a bit of passion. Let's see little bit of tactical astuteness from Ralphie Rangnick as well, setting us up to be robust and not give away too much and lethal on the counter. This is what we need to do to get some sort of a result against the really, really good Liverpool side tonight. So fucking come on, United. But I'm going 1-1. 2-2 says Susan. Lively Sue. Hope you're good today, Susan. 6-0 says Andre Boss. Yeah, Fred would actually be a really good player to have in this game, bub? Fred would be pretty damn good player to have. He's an industrious player. He really is. Think about the midfield that we're going to have to put out with maybe McTominay and Fred being out. Today, in this sort of game, well, you can look at it one of two ways. They will have more control of the football, right? Pogba and Matic on the ball. They're better on the ball. But then they're so slow and they don't give you that same level of, mobility. They don't give you that same level of mobility. Let's have it, Scott Cordon. Come on. Ms. 5 Days says Varane is useless. A bit harsh. He's a good player, but problem is, I know what you're saying. What's the good of having a bloody sports car in your garage if every time you go to take it out, it breaks down on the corner of the road? It's no fucking good, is it? I know what you're saying. But at the same time, when that sports car is working, for those moments when it's working, it's like owning an Alfa Romeo or some shit like that. When the sports car's working for those brief moments, and you got the top down and you're sailing through the sun and the wind's in the air, it's a fucking beautiful machine. You know what I mean? But I agree, it does break down a little bit too much for my liking, which is why you can't really rely on him. Like next season, I think what we should do at centre-back is get rid of Maguire, get rid of Body, get rid of Jones, keep Lindelof, keep Varane, keep Twanzebe even, keep Mengi, and then go and sign one starter alongside Varane. That should give us enough cover, enough youth development, etc., to deal with those positions. Hey, Takashi, what's going on? Going to be a good watch-along. I hope so, mate. G. Wolfionice says Garnacho should start as he will want to fight and he will want to impress. So true. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Exactly. Like, you could do a lot worse than one of these younger, hungrier players who've got a point to prove, who are actually fighting for something, fighting for a place in the team, fighting to impress. Right, Q&A time. Have your say, guys. Drop a like on the video. We're nearly at 200 likes, actually, everyone. Thank you, every single one of you that does hit the like button on these streams. It's free. You might as well stone cold stun the shite out of the like button. And also hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you want to chat, you can chat in 1 minute if you hit the subscribe. So like, subscribe, and comment. Get your thoughts in now. We're going to have a Q&A for 5 minutes or so. Let's be having you. 0 Degrees comments and says Maguire scores own goals, make him striker. Maybe he'll score for us. Great shout. I was actually having a bit of banter with some friends yesterday. You know what I would do with Harry Maguire at this moment in time? We've got no Ronaldo. We've got no recognised striker, do we? Might as well stick Slabby Maguire up top with a Fellaini wig on and just fucking ping balls up to him and hopefully he can header them down to his teammates around him. At least he's not going to be a fucking liability at the back. Tad Bake says the strength and conditioning department at United is the worst in all the English leagues. It's shocking. Why can't they run about, mate? That's what I want to know as well. Like, why have we got actually less running stats than most of the teams we play? Pathetic. Bad coaching as well from that regard. It's going to be painful, says Marty McFly. Liverpool on a roll and it's disgusting. Yeah, we were just looking at their stats earlier. They're the best team in the league right now. If Maguire scores a hat-trick tonight at Anfield, will you delete your channel, says Jamie Todd? What? For them or for us? Takashi says Juve letting him go for free for a reason, says Takashi. Ooh. United have failed to score in 4 of their past 5 top flight trips to Anfield, says Big God Bob, with 3 of those matches finishing 0-0. Yeah, you may have heard me say all these statistics earlier, Big God Bob, from the BBC website, lad. But thanks for getting them in there again. You're a legend, man. Thank you for the update. The game has a Harry Maguire own goal written all over it, says M. Maguire's guaranteed to get ripped up tonight. I agree with you, mate. You look at their players up there who they could be playing. We don't know what combo they're going to have up there, but it could be Luis Diaz or Salah Mane, you know, whoever it may be. A Jota, whoever may come in. Whoever it is, they should have the ability to cause Harry Maguire some serious issues, mate. Because he turns like a fucking yacht. And he's also got the footballing ability I want too. Shane B says, I'd nearly play Lindelof CDM with Matic because let's be honest, Maguire will start, unfortunately, and Bailly hopefully will play beside him. Great shout, Shane B. Great shout. Interesting. I like your style. Lindelof CDM. Guys, what formation do you think Ralph Rangnick's going to play this evening? Let me know. So I do think he's still going to stick with the 4-2-3-1 personally, but we'll just approach it in a more counter-attacking defensive way. But maybe I could be wrong. What do you guys think would be the formation? We've seen him play, you know, some sort of, even Bruno Fernandes as a false 9 before. You've also seen like a 4-2-3-1 at times, some sort of attacking. No, like, a 4-1. 4-3-2. 4-1-3-2 with one holding midfield and a 3 and 2 strikers up top. Just going for it. Just fucking going for it. Very much doubt they could be going for that. 4-3-3, says Susan Lively Sue. Thank you, Big God Bowl. I appreciate the updates. 4-3-3. Flabby says 10 and 0. 10 at the back. He should play 5 at the back, says Takashi. Peter Milner, hello, says, as a Liverpool fan, I find it very funny, but sad that you guys are trying so hard to get back to form, but you need to stop blaming the managerial side of it and just play the Man United you used to be. If only it was that easy, Peter Milner. I mean, okay, we're not really, I don't think anybody's really blamed the managerial side of it that much. We do think that Ralph Rangnick I personally think Ralph Rangnick's not really done a good job since he's come in. And I think Ollie shat the bed this season. But you know what? The players are the fucking bottle merchants of this club. The owners are the bottle merchants of the club. Hashtag Glazers out. They're the biggest problem in this club. If they were gone, we would be back to where we should be pretty soon, I think. If we had like a fan ownership or some sort of situation like that, or a sugar daddy owner, then of course Man United we're one of the best supported clubs in the world. We would absolutely be up there. The point is we're shackled by our owners, and we've also just accepted a level of mediocrity over the years with a fucking banker, Eddie Woody Woodward, and Matty Judge and these recruitment melts, getting shite players for too much money, lumbering us with bang average players, slapping Maguire 80 million quid. You what? Just like ridiculous signings, ridiculous levels of mediocrity, allowing the decline to happen. And now you've got yourself in a situation where United have got a bang average mediocre squad. The players are not good enough. Is it their fault? Well, so in some regards, because they're supposed to be better than they actually fucking perform. But also, they're just not good enough, a lot of these players for United, I think. So, hey, look, it's not as simple as that. Yeah, true, Tad Bakes. The club is run like a circus. The owners are fucking disgrace. If Salah, Mane and Jota are arrested, we still have the likes of Diaz, Bobby and Minamino, Origi and Elliott. It's pathetically beautiful. You're right, Scouts on the road. You do have a lot of depth there, man. You do have a lot of depth. It's true. Yeah, that's right, Fire Up. 30 years of hurt there before they won the title, didn't they? Fire Up to Liverpool went through the Hodgson, Dalglish, Rodgers years. Yeah, spot on, Fire Up. You're so right. And even before that, Houllier and Benita. I mean, okay, Benita's won the Champions League, but they never won the league or anything. So, Ollie was good. He got you to the first last year and 42 away games unbeaten. The fans did him dirty. Seamus Moore, I think you're right in a lot of ways. You have to say, though, at the end of his tenure at United, we're supposed to have kicked on and progressed after that season. And it just got to the level where, maybe for whatever various loads of different reasons as well, but the team was performing like shite. We got duffed up by Liverpool, duffed up by City, duffed up by Palace. Was it Palace? What was his last game where we got duffed up? No, Watford. Watford, we got duffed up, didn't we? It was Watford, we got duffed up. And we were just getting completely beaten and embarrassed every single week for a long period of time. That was the problem, man. That was his downfall. And you're right, though. In hindsight, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I think we would have been better off just sticking with him to the end of the season rather than just going to get Ralph Rangnick. It's not got any better under Ralph Rangnick. At least with Ollie, there was some continuity there, and he could have handed the reins over at the end of the season rather than in the middle of it, where causing all this division, causing all this upset, unrest. I agree. In the end, it's a shit show of decision-making, again, from the board. But there you go. And the fans, I have to say, myself included, at the end of it, after that Watford game, I must admit, I was Ollie in. And you guys will know this if you're around the channel. I was Ollie in saying we should have kept with the guy right up until that last Watford game. And that was the last straw for me. So, I thought after that point, if we're going to actually salvage our season, we've got to make a change. But in hindsight, I was wrong. And I think really we should have just stuck with him and changed manager in the end of the season if we had to. I think that's what we should have done in hindsight. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, man. I still think those games, or the start of the season, the games under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer were largely, this season, very, very underwhelming, man. The squad is built in the image of 2 to 3 different managers, not good to play any specific way, and they don't even want to put much effort. Right, yeah, this is what we've got to say about Ten Hag as well. So the Ten Hag situation, guys. So just quickly about Ten Hag. So in regards to Ten Hag's situation, this is from Fab last night. He said Manchester United will not announce Ten Hag as the new manager today. Timing will depend on final agreement, matter of time while contracts are being prepared. Okay, so and talks with the assistant at Ajax, Mitchell van der Gaag, as well, will continue this week. So that's the situation there. But what I was going to say is we need to give Ten Hag serious time to lay foundations at this club, to really put a precedent in place of accepting a higher standard, bringing through youngsters, and playing a certain style of football. We need to get back to that because we have had managers come in that just do what they do for a few years and it all goes wrong, and then we have to go in a new direction. We've got to sort of like have time for him to do this, but also, you know, it is a results industry, but he needs time to get this team actually developing. 0 Degrees says, in my motherland, Zambia, I have watched players play Man City game for $3 a month. Wow, that's fucking cheap, mate, to be fair. A-Bub says he didn't do a good job at prepping the players after Europa lost. That's why the squad deteriorated. True. Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe that's true. If we'd have won that Europa final, by the way, which we lost on penalties to Hey and Miss, that's how close it came down to Ollie being a trophy winner at United or not. If we'd have won that, maybe he'd have been given a bit more time in the job as well. That was one of his downfalls, the fact that he didn't win a trophy, you know, at United, because Man United fans expect a certain level. You expect to be challenging for trophies, and if you're overseeing, you know, if you're not overseeing any trophies in 3 years of being here and a lot of money spent and all the rest of it, it's not great. So that also put pressure on him. Yeah, you're right, Takashi. Ollie in and out doesn't matter. The squad needs a real clean out. And anybody slagging off Ollie, in all fairness, think about it. He got third and second with this very shit squad that we've got right now. Minus Ronaldo, minus Varane, minus Sancho the last 2 seasons. Third and second. I mean, that's an achievement, man, with this shit squad. Jose Mourinho said a few years ago that one of his best achievements was getting second in the Premier League with that Man United squad. Well, if Ollie got second with his Man United squad, that's even bigger of an achievement because it was even a shitter squad. So, you know, you have to say Ollie didn't do bad for Manchester United. It's just that this season it imploded. And then there's that level of impatience from the board, the fan base, obviously, the expectance of trying to win stuff, and us not going in the right direction and not playing the right style of football either didn't help him at all. G says, mine was the Liverpool and Man City games. Both bottled it with no desiring down tools. Unacceptable that. Yeah, it did seem like they just stopped sort of playing for him, man, in some ways. In the US, the M&S pays fans to go to games, says Flabby G. Zero says, Patson Dakar, Fashion Sakala, Enoch Wempu, fair play to you, 0 Degrees, respect. Lewis Adamson says, come on, Liverpool. Right, guys. Yeah, Ronaldo's out, Philip Soul Reaper. He is. He's not going to be playing due to, you know, compassionate leave with the sad news that he's had. The Vagolva says, Pig Liverpool fan here, but I'm very impressed with your love you have for your team and knowledge of the sport from Virginia, USA. Thank you, the VA Golfer or the Vagolfer. Appreciate that a lot, mate. You're going down. Thank you very much, Vagolfer, for getting in here. Please do smash the like on the video. Let's get 200 likes. We're very close. And also subscribe if you're new there. Thank you, Vagolfer. Oh, you must have subscribed if you chatted. Thank you for subscribing, Vagolfer. Appreciate it. Neil says, we'll at least see the end of Fergie cast-offs. About time. Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah. Phil Jones hopefully going this summer. Yeah, man. Pogba. Lucy McNicholas says, in and out, shake the team about. The boards needs to be changed. Definitely, Takashi. We need to get proper football men in there. Too many wanky bankers, mate. Financial melters. No, not enough football men in there. In the hierarchy of Manchester United, we need some, like, get Edwin van der Sar and people like that. Some ex-United players, maybe. Some legends who love the club. Yeah, me too, Seamus Moore. I'm very, very sad for Cristiano Ronaldo. Big time, man. Very sad for the guy. Let's get some love hearts in there for Cristiano and his family once again. Rajat Felicia, what's going on, Rajat? He says, with McFred in front of Mags and Lindelof, yeah, well, those guys aren't going to be fit today. It's no because Ollie was... Oh, you mean Ollie? Yeah. Well, that's it. Rangnick's done exactly the same, pretty much. Rangnick's almost played Ollie Ball 2.0. That's the thing. Like, if we were seeing something drastically different under Rangnick, then fair play, could understand the change. But actually, what Rangnick's done is come in and basically do what Ollie would have done. Thank you. It's Same TH says, looking forward to a Slabhead Masterclass. Let's go, Paul. Love you, Piggy. Thank you, It's Army TH. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, well, you're going down, mate. I really think we could get a draw from it. We'll see. You Scousers are all very confident. And I think you might be laughing on the other side of your face later. We'll see. You'd put Lindelof, CDM, and Bailly as centre-back. We need more cover. Interesting, Hader. Yeah, a little bit more mobility wouldn't hurt us as well, because Matic and Pogba are not the most mobile in the middle. Your correct score predictions, 3-0, Big God Bob. Right, guys, we're going to end the stream here. There's 272 legends in here, though. And I want to say we're going to be doing a watch-along tonight at 7:30 p.m., so less than 3 hours from now. Make sure you click the bell icon so you get a notification when we go live at 7:30. Come back here. We'll be on Flying Pig United YouTube channel. We'll be on at 7:30 watching the game, so come and join us for the watch-along. Do us a massive favour as well. Smash that like button on this video and get your predictions in at the end if you want. LFC 3-1 says Scoush on the wheel. Yeah, nice one, mate. Anyway, do drop a like before you go. Do subscribe if you're new. Come back after this video is finished as well and keep the debate going. Get your thoughts and predictions in the chat as well. Not this chat, the post-match chat, or I should say the post-live chat, when it's finished. Come back afterwards and get your team predictions in, get your score predictions in, goal scorers, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think's going to go down in a couple of hours' time. Lewis Adamson, man, thank you for getting in here, bro. Seamus Moore as well. A-Bub, Takashi. Thank you for subscribing to the VA Golf. Appreciate that, man. Stephen Carr, Seamus, Rajat, Takashi, Dermot Kelly as well. Says, may the best team lose. 3-2, says Lewis Adamson. 2-0, says Rajat Felicia. See you later, Henrik Kielman. Thank you for getting in here, boss. Thank you, JR, as well. I want to say a big shout out to this community of legends, man. We have got a special community of people where we weeded out a lot of twats over the years to make sure this community is fucking awesome. And everybody's welcome to get involved and have their say. We don't favor anybody over anybody else necessarily here, you know. We give everybody a platform. Channel members, non-members, you know, people who've been here for a long time, people who've just come in. Everybody gets to say on the channel. So thank you very much for getting in. We try, obviously there's more people watching these days, so we can't read everything out sometimes, but we try our damn best. So if you enjoy the show, if you enjoy the community, make sure you smash that like and show your support. Subscribe if you're new, click the bell, and come and join us later for the watch along, guys. Thank you, Flabby G. Thank you, Jared, A-Bub, Larkayla, Sugam, Seamus, Primot, you legend as well. Thank you for watching, dude. Ozzy Khan, Lynette Giggs as well, you legendess. Big God Bob, G-Wolf United, thank you so much for getting in, mate. Simon Almeida, J. Michael Beckford, he says, you're such amazing entertainment. Love watching you, especially when you're writing about your club. Good luck. Hey, thank you very much, bro. You're going down. Thank you, Seamus. Thank you, Amit Kumar, Jordan Griswold, Wiggy, and all the rest of you legends. Come back after, get your thoughts and predictions and all that stuff. And come on, United, we're going to smash up those Scouse melts. I'll be back at 7:30, going live with a watch along. Kickoffs at 8 p.m. Fucking come on, United. See you then, guys. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.